See, so here mainly we will be talking about the our IAM domain, right? So which is
Hmm.
having mainly two components. One is the identity management
Hmm.
and one is the access management. Okay. So IAM, you nowadays, whenever we used to go and apply for any job or even any interviews are happening, right? This is we need the candidate from the IAM background. So they treat IAM as a single domain, but IAM in actually is a part of two domain. One is the identity management, which completely segregate, okay, which is only for the user. This is only for the users. Okay. What is a user? What is an entity? Okay. What are the, properties, characteristics of the user? How a user will join any organization, leave any organization, how he will be promoted, how his data will be, moved in or within the organization from say one department to another department, right? All those things, right? All those policies are under identity management. It is nowhere linked, okay, with the access management. Identity management means the your user management related to your user management, your we call it as a there is a concept called if you have heard somewhere we there is a term called JLM process. Joiners, leavers, movers. Okay, this is the process which works here into the identity management. Okay, so that is your identity management. For ForgeRock, there is a separate product which controls it, and that product is known as OpenIDM. Okay, which talks about your how user will be reconciliation, user provisioning, deprovisioning, target reconciliation, trusted recon, your birthrights. So there are many things, right? So
Hmm.
all those things comes under your identity management. Okay.
Oh.
Now, second domain, which is access management, this is basically about your access to the applications. Okay, access to the applications. Okay, which includes two parts: your authentication plus your authorization. Okay, authentication and authorization that comes under your access management, and this is controlled within ForgeRock using a product called OpenAM, which we will discuss here. Okay. Now, before moving to the product, let me give you an so authentication. We all know what is authentication. It's just a verification of who you are, right? Let's say if I'm saying, okay, I am your trainer. This is my ID. Trainer is my ID, and my password is password. Okay. So a mechanism by which we can, verify these two strings, username and passwords, against something trusted at the back end, right? That particular process is known as your authentication process. Your username and your password, these two strings used to be matched against some sort of trusted backend resource. It may be your organization Active Directory, it may be some sort of database, it may be some sort of LDAP, anything. Trusted means the data or the hash, whatever is stored there, we rely and it is acceptable within your organization completely, right? Nobody challenges, okay, the data here is wrong. That is trusted source. Okay. So usually in companies, Microsoft Active Directory used to be the one. So that is your authentication. Now coming to the authorization. So authorization is the next level to the authentication. Okay. What authorization says? Once you are authenticated, your step one is finished. Okay, your this step is finished. Post that, what all things you are allowed to do. Okay, let's say if I give you example into day-to-day life, let's say some guests are coming to your house. Okay, first of all, your guest will ring the doorbell. Okay, he will say, I am so and so. So, and then you will verify that your guest, okay, he is the right person or not. That is the authentication piece which is done. Now you will ask him or her to get in your house. So you are allowing, means authentication is done. Now, based upon the type of guests you have, right, you are allowing them to go them to your kitchen, your hall, or you are requesting them to sit there into your guest lobby itself, right? So you are restricting your guest up to certain level based upon certain features, certain categorization within your parameters, right? Okay, this guest is allowed to go till my room, or this guest is not allowed to go my kitchen. These people should be here into the hall only, right? So all those things comes under your authorization. Okay, authorization means what all things or menus are allowed to you. Okay, so that is your authorization. So all these authorization thing will come, and authentication things will come here in OpenAM. All right. So
Yeah.
the why I am telling you these things is, though you are aware of, because people treat it as a one domain, but it is not a one domain. It is two domain. So it is very necessary. Okay, we understand the bifurcation. Okay, nowadays whatever SaaS products are coming, these both are clubbed together in those SaaS products. Okay, but conceptually these are different.
Okay.
Now, coming to the OpenAM journey, okay, OpenAM is now we call it as a OpenAM, but long back it was known as, if I say 2008 or 9, right? It was known as OpenSSO. I'm just giving you some history so that you understand this product well. Okay, so because I worked since starting on this particular product. Okay, so this is known. It was known as OpenSSO. Okay, so it was, and it is built on Sun microsystem. So earlier there was a product called Sun One,
Hmm.
okay, which was from the Sun microsystem. So fundamental or baseline of OpenSSO or OpenAM is developed on top of it. Even version 5, if I'm not wrong, till that version, if you will extract the different packages, right, their structure will also say sun dot microsystem dot something like that. Okay, so this was the into the old versions. Now they have renamed all the packages, structures, and everything, just to remove the sun microsystems existence all over. So this is OpenSSO, and nowadays we call it as an open name. Now the thing here is, there are a lot of products into the market. Why OpenAM is in boom? Why
Just one
open?
question from my side.
Yes,
Um, you told the difference between this. There are like two products. Like you told, like there is one Open IDM and Open AM.
right.
All the identities were completely managed in this Open IDM. Will this access management product also will be able to manage those identities? Only it is dedicated to application access.
Okay, good question. See, if you say complete user lifecycle management, okay, that user lifecycle management will happen only into the Open IDM. Okay,
Okay.
Open AM, when we will do the setup and we will do the app integration and all that, right? That time we will
Hmm.
see it will also, OpenAM will also have the users available, in it. Okay, users
Okay.
will be there. Okay, so those users will be from one component called the identity store or user store basically. Okay, so what AM does, AM at the back end, as I mentioned, right, it always checks at the back end for something to check your username password string, right, to validate that, right? So
Right.
from there it checks for your, so it is just, it will show, okay, Rosa is a user there, okay, and this is the username password first name, very few parameters you will see there, okay. But AM will not do, okay, let's move Rosa from department A to department B, or let me offboard the Rosa, or let me onboard the Rosa. No, AM will not do that. Those
Right. Right.
functionalities, user provisioning, user lifecycle management, are part of OpenIDM. It will just see if Rosa is available as a user, okay, in a particular OU, organization unit, right? Then Rosa should have access to the integrated applications where we are planning to give her access.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but it will not control your GLM or your lifecycle process. No, it will not.
Only with the help of this open IDM, we'll be able to manage the complete life cycle of the users, right?
Yes,
Only in
yes, yes,
OpenAM,
yes.
it's just it will just check the user authentication based if the user is properly authenticated, then he will be authorized to access the applications. That is how it
Right,
works.
right. Yes.
Okay.
So there is a concept called, this is also responsible for one concept called single sign-on, SSO. You must have heard it. So what single sign-on
Yeah.
says, once you logged in into one application, once you are authenticated for one application, after that, all other applications which are, integrated with the same system in same pattern, you will not be challenged again for the, revalidating your credentials until your session is valid.
Right.
Okay, so that is single sign. So OpenAM is responsible for your authentication, authorization, single sign on, federation, all those services. Okay, so what is federation, how it works, all those things we will see later. Okay, so this is about your OpenAM. Now, important thing is why OpenAM is so important nowadays. There are many other products, okay, which we can see. Savient is there, Ping is there, Oracle is there, and many others also, right? But there is why, what is the reason why OpenAM is so important and it is catching the market like anything? So the reason here is OpenAM provides, lots of REST APIs. Okay, it provides lots of REST APIs, or we can say endpoints, endpoints, which gives you a freedom. Okay, if you, let's say, tomorrow, if you want to write your different OpenAM on layer on top of the base product, you are free to do that. ForgeRock never stops you. You can
Okay.
completely rewrite your own OpenAM. It has given everything as open-ended. Okay, with your branding, with your UI, or maybe if you want to change the internal structure of the OpenAM, all those things you can do it. But other products, you do not have that much freedom. Very minimal options or endpoint they used to provide you, right? So that is the reason you cannot customize those products. But here in OpenAM, it gives you complete free hand. You do whatever. This is the source code if you want. Okay, and these are the you can write your own wrapper classes, your adapters, your nodes, and you can modify it. You can change everything, UI and UI level, themes, anything you can modify here. So there are organizations which where I work personally. Okay, if you see their OpenAM, working OpenAM, you will not say it's an OpenAM. Okay, you will see, okay, it is something in-house developed tool. They have modified everything. They used to have a big Java team and advanced developers, right? They used to just write the wrappers, and at the backend they will call the same OpenAM, but the things which you will see at the control panels, UI, or the front end, right? It is completely modified. You can't recognize it.
Okay.
So that
Got
particular freedom makes it different from other products. Okay. So that is the reason why OpenAM is so important. Till this
Basically, it
point,
allows you to customize this product, right? You can add your own customization.
completely.
Just one more question. What about the other products like SailPoint and all? Don't they have this customization features or like? I
See,
mean,
no, no, no. See, the thing here is SailPoint is basically your identity management product.
hmm,
Okay. It's not an access management product. SailPoint provides a capability to do the single sign-on. Is let's say you are using some functionality of SailPoint, and and you for access management you have a centralized some different product. Let's say ForgeRock. So for integrating those applications together, IDM and AM, it provides you an single sign-on feature there. Okay, but it is not a single sign-on product. Okay, it
okay,
gives you feature you can integrate. Now the question here is whether SailPoint or other products gives you option to customize or not. They used to provide based upon, see, SailPoint provides you customization options for related to the JLM process. Okay,
okay,
where you can write your own custom rules, custom policies for how a user will onboard. If there is, let's say, your user will be onboarded from a HR system which is not a standard HR system, just assume. Okay, so it gives you APIs or toolkit. You can write your own connector. Okay, so that you can connect your sale point with that particular system and do the user provisioning, user pull. You can do that. Okay, those are the features, but as a core product you cannot customize the sale point.
okay,
Baseline product you cannot customize, but here OpenAim you can customize the base product also. That requires a very niche, your coding and programming skill. Okay, so that you can modify it in and out. Okay, so but yes, it is doable. And organization specifically, if I say, okay, um, um, BFSI industry and defense industry, they are using it with the full customization.
hmm,
Okay. If I say Okta is not a customizable product. Okay, you can just modify the branding and little bit here and there text and all that stuff. Otherwise, it is having predefined tiles where you can just go and integrate your applications. You can't do much here.
okay,
And if I say SiteMinder is anyway now obsolete, Oracle do not provide you this much. Oracle is a very difficult product. Okay, it never gives you liberty to customize it. No, even modifying UI into the Oracle itself is a big challenge.
okay,
So but here you can do anything. It is very easy. Okay, so this is about your OpenAM. Okay, any other thing, any doubt till now, whatever we discuss, if you have any confusion
it's
or
clear.
it's clear.
Eh,
Okay,
it's clear.
so okay, so if any point of time you feel okay something is not clear, just do let me know. We can spend some time over there. Okay, so let me do one thing. Okay, so let me give you the open name overview though I provided. Okay, so as I mentioned, AM provides you access management for authentication and authorization, right? And it is managed to access resources such as web page applications, web services, etc., right? It may be within your network and it may be outside your network as well, right? So it doesn't matter. It is a centralized authentication system. Centralized authentication system means whenever you deploy any IAM tool in any organization, right? All other application has to leave their individual authentication and authorization system and trust on this system. So what happens, as per the organization norms, all applications will be integrated with your OpenAM. Now onwards in our discussion, I will just take the use the word OpenAM or access management only. So just consider it. I am talking about the same product. If you have any point you feel okay, some confusion, do let me know. So if when you implement the OpenAM, right, it is then because organization has invested a lot into the security products, right, licensing, supports, and everything, right. So they force each application to go and get integrated with this application, okay, and leave their in-house or native authentication system. The reason is, if you are using a centralized authentication system, right, it is very easy for them, to control the access, to govern the policies, and to see, okay, who is doing what. Audit is very easy. Security, uh, uh, you know, um, if they want to apply anything, security patches, or control the user access, right? Password policy they want to modify, anything. It is very easy for them to do it if they are on the centralized system, because on once they will make the changes to the one system, and it is applicable to all integrated systems. So that's why it is enforced. Okay. And it supports all your protocols like LDAP protocol, your Radius protocol, Windows authentication. We call it as Kerberos or Windows Native Authentication (WNA). Your one-time password services, OTPs, etc. So it supports all your standards. Okay. And there are, when we will go deeper into the product, we'll see there are many things within the product which strengths the authentication system, right. It's not like you can use only username and password for the login. You can use username password with some third factor as well. Or if you say, okay, I want my login journey should be something like this, my first page should be only username, it should not ask me the password. Okay, you can do that. My second name should only ask me the password, no other thing it should ask. Yes, you can do it. So all those options are, you can you can customize your login journey.